Hey guys, it's Rachel from the Little Ring Lamb. Hi guys, I'm sorry my review of Ruby Red's not up yet, but I have an explanation for it. But before I get into this, I'm going to go over the agenda for today's video. So obviously you know I am doing a book review, but first I'm going to just explain the internet crisis, and then I'm going to tell you, do the book review, and then I'm going to tell you what I'm currently reading. So I'll just quickly do the crisis in case you're just here for the book review. So the crisis basically is I was 10 minutes more my Ruby Red review is going to be loaded on Friday because I couldn't load it Thursday. And then the internet, my sister went to Tim Hortons and she tried to connect her iPad back when she got home, and it wouldn't connect, so we had to redo the internet and we had to get a secure password on it. And my computer put up a warning that my account could be tampered with if I log in on the unsafe network. So I'm not logging into my YouTube account until we have a password on the network so it's secure, just in case of anything to happen. So that's why I haven't posted my Ruby Red review, but I'm hoping to get it up within, during the week. If not, I'll be posting it next weekend along with this review and probably another review. But I have it all filmed and it's all ready to be loaded to YouTube. Yeah, so I'll get into my book review. Obviously you know from the title of this video that I have a book review on Sapphire Blue by Kerstin Gier, the sequel to Ruby Red in the Ruby Red trilogy. And this is the second book, yeah. So if I'm looking down or over, I'm looking at my agenda. And before I get into the synopsis, I'm just going to tell you how I rate books in case you've never watched my video or you just want a refresher. I rate my books in 5 different categories: plot, characters, cover, suspense, and overall in terms of reading again very soon, 5 out of 5. Not so soon, 1 out of 5. So before I get into the review part, I'm going to give you a brief synopsis. And before I go any further, this is no spoilers on Sapphire Blue. This is a no spoilers review. I wouldn't spoil it if I was going to recommend it. But Ruby Red is the first book in the series, and I don't think I'll spoil anything from Ruby Red, but there could be spoilers that slip out. So if you've not read Ruby Red, come back after you've read it for a no spoilers review on this. Okay, so brief synopsis of this one. Basically, I just had to look on the side to make sure I'm not spoiling anything. So basically, we've all figured out Gwen's a time traveler, and she has traveled through history. And basically, this time you see more Count Saint Germain, and Gideon. Gideon's trying to keep and her own time traveling partner Gideon are determined to keep her from the truth. So there's a truth. And basically she can't decide, her heart's flip-flopping. Gideon can't decide if she's a traitor to the group. Sorry, that was very rambly. I just don't want to spoil anything. So plot, I gave it a 5 out of 5. I absolutely love the plot, and I don't see how Kerstin Gier is going to end it with a third book. I think there should be more than 3, but it matters how she ends it, because honestly I cannot see an ending being resolved in the last book. I find it's probably going to be rushed. I don't want to jinx it or anything. I just have a feeling that's going to be rushed because this book, it feels like it could at least be a saga, but I hope it's just as good. But I think there'll be more in that book than the first 2 books because trying to get all the loose ends wrapped up. But besides that, this book was really good. The plot was interesting. It's basically, since the first 2 books basically take place in the same week, so you got to see more of how she's fitting into being a time traveler. Characters, I give a 5 out of 5 as well. In the last review on Ruby Red, I gave the characters 5 out of 5, I believe. See? Yep. And I really love the characters. I love how they're real. They don't hold back. They're really, good characters. I find they're really well structured in how they're executed in this novel. Cover, I give a 5 out of 5. I had a problem. If you watch my Ruby Red review, you know the spine problem with the paperback. This is the hardcover Ruby Red, but I don't think it came out in Canada right away because I only saw the paperback, at least on my branch. But I have this in hardcover, and I have to say, the spine, nice and even. And I really like this design. It looks more glamorous, and there's the sequins, if you can see that, they bump out. And the lettering does too. So I like that. Suspense, I give it a 4 out of 5. The suspense wasn't too crazy. I wasn't going oh my gosh, must read. But the suspense was good enough that I kept wanting to figure out what was going to happen and how Kerstin Gier was possibly going to wrap up this series. Overall, I give it a 4 out of 5 as well. I wouldn't, like, I'll probably read this if, like, sorry guys. I'll probably read this when Emerald Green comes out. I'm pretty sure that's what it's called. The third book, which comes out this fall, so I'll probably reread the series again, or at least this book to give me a refresher, because I got the first one pretty down pat in my brain. But it was really good. The reason I didn't get 5 to 5 is because it's still fresh in my mind. Some books, I feel as if I have to, like, to read it over would be valuable. Like, I'd be able to get the small details, but I'm pretty sure I just got, like, a good, like, good grasp on the concepts in this book. Sorry that was kind of rambly, but that was my review on Sapphire Blue by Kerstin Gier. And now what I'm currently reading is behind me. It's Eleanor and Park by Rainbow Rowell. And I don't have the dust jacket on it because when I read I take the dust jacket off. And I'm currently on page 46, chapter 11, Eleanor's part. And this is really good so far. Like, this review on this is going to be really fun to make because I'm actually really enjoying this book and I'm already 46 pages through. It's a pretty short read too. Like, if you can see that. She starts the chapters like way down there and then they're pretty short chapters, so it seems like it just flies. So that's another good quality I like in books. Anyway, that was my book review. Currently reading, crisis, video, all in one. And I want to thank you guys once again for watching. I really appreciate you, all my subscribers and everyone who watches my videos. And if you've read Sapphire Blue, comment below, like, did you love it? Did you hate it? Let me know. See ya!